Hi guys! So another month has gone by. It's May, and actually May is pretty much over, so it's time to make this month's art journal vlog. So as some of you might know, who see my comments in forums or on, I don't know, web pages, Facebook, anything art related where I comment. I use my art journal not only to capture what is going on in my life, but to also try out new techniques before I try them on a canvas or whatever. So, whoops, you can see I painted this morning. There's still some colors left here and I tried to get them off. Anyways, so with the first piece of May, I tried something new, and that was not using any acrylics whatsoever, but just going with my Copic markers. And I wanted to see how pigmented they are, like if you see these streaks here that you definitely see. So I figured, okay, I'm not gonna do that ever again and just use them on like paper that is soaking in fluids, or I'm gonna use them just to blend and shadow stuff. So up front I have to say I'm not happy with how that page turned out, but like I said, it's a try and error, and I still like the theme of it. So if you have seen my other art videos, you saw that I started like a huge jigsaw puzzle on one of the ceilings/walls in my studio. And it's gonna be like 6 meters by 3 meters. So I was thinking about puzzles, like jigsaw puzzles, what they mean, what other meaning they could have. And I came up with this thing like, yeah, that's totally true. Like life is a huge jigsaw puzzle. Like everything that influences you, everything that you do, everything you experience is like just like another puzzle piece that is in the end showing the picture of your life, so to say. And that's why I left this little piece here empty, because if you see that this is my, or if this would represent my life, I'm not done yet. There's a part missing. There's still more that I need to experience, want to experience, things that I lack or that I miss. So the blue thing, the frame, pretty much represents the frame of my being, like my upbringing, my thoughts on like the big stuff in life, like manners, history, politics, society, what's good, what's bad, blah blah blah, all that. That pretty much is like the blue frame here, and all the pieces within that are the experiences I have, or the things that make me me, that only came into my life after like the formative years were past. So that's what I did that weekend. Again, not happy with the Copic marker outcome with the streaks and everything, but anyways, it serves a purpose, so it's fine. The next week is like totally different, but again also trying out things. These 2 pages were done with acrylics again, like the background, it's white, this pinkish rosé color, and the blue are the acrylics, and I just put on top like the cardboard paper that is painted with markers, and colored cardboard paper like with those little meeples down here, and just all in all, giving it kind of like Arabic Nights. What's that called? I think it's 1001 Arabic Nights, Orient Nights, whatever. So going with the theme of the Middle Eastern fairy tales. So as you guys know, I'm a huge board game nerd, and that week we actually bought a new game and also played it along with like tons of other stuff, and it felt like I was playing 1001 board games that week. So that's pretty much why that theme is in here, and I thought it would just fit to have like the little meeples, to have like the castle, because we were playing Carcassonne the Castle so much that week, and like those tiny dice up here that we use as life counters when we play Magic. So and also during other games, let me be clear on that. But I just liked the simplicity of that piece. There's pretty much no depth to it, but somehow I think this piece doesn't need depth, just because the dark colors up here go to the light colors here. That's like enough depth, so to say, and that's pretty much it. So I had a lot of fun doing this thing and trying out some new glue on the back of that castle, and also working more with paper instead of painting things, which I usually do. So yeah, I think it's cute. It's nothing special though. The week after, I did this piece, which like artwork wise is totally simple and has not a lot of layers, but I think the sentiment is that much heavier. It says, I don't know if you can see that on camera, it says, "Be a voice, not an echo." And in today's society, I find that the people that really are brave enough to voice their opinion and to be or to stand out on something and not just run along with main opinions in a society, but really think about stuff, say their opinion, and have an educated and well-researched background and explanation for why they think that way. I think this is quite rare, and I really adore that. And I think it's very important that you have this kind of a personality to you. You don't have to be the person that always stands out and is always like the opposite of everybody else and their opinions, but I think that you have to be true to what you think and stand up for what you think, without hurting anybody, without bashing anything or anybody, just giving like an educated opinion. And I think I don't see a lot of people that are my age that are able to do that, unfortunately. And I find it so sad that it's either just running along with everybody else for the next hype, or just believing everything you hear on TV or see in newspapers and not think for themselves when it comes to society and politics and whatnot. And it's also that I feel that people find the superficial stuff more interesting and are more willing to say their opinion or have an opinion on that and not really think about the things that are important and that actually matter. So to the bigger group, like a town, a country, all the inhabitants of a continent, and like in that regards. So this is done with acrylics again. and with a couple of markers. And this teensy tiny, I don't know if it's a grain, I don't know, any grain, or if it's a corn. I think it's a mixture, and I think I like it because with those two thingies it looks like it's dancing, while all the others are just laying in the wind into one direction and are just kind of like clones of each other, like with the movement and the position. So this dude here, he stands out, and he's standing up. He's the voice, and everything else is just an echo. So yeah, was thinking a lot about that like 2 weeks ago. So the one after that, this week is like totally special. So this page is totally dear to me. I've been following Jenny Belly from UK on YouTube for like a year now. She is very much into art journaling and has a channel that promotes art with recycling stuff, which I'm also huge on. I really like to repurpose or reuse things, and I get a lot of inspiration from her channel. So earlier this year she promoted her new webpage on her channel that is for artists that want to share and talk about art and show their stuff in a safe environment. Like, no, sorry to say that, but no YouTube comment bashing style is going on there. I know that very many people on YouTube leave very kind or educated criticism in the comments, and that's totally fine and so appreciated. But like the mean comments, they really can like tear you down in a sense. And it's for new artists or for beginners, it's really difficult to find a place where they can show their work and get like help, or just say, you know what, this just looks great. It's not perfect, but it looks great. It's so colorful, or the meaning is so strong, whatever it is. So she has this web page where she does that, and I did not join until last week. I was awake at night, couldn't sleep, and had just been like traveling through the internet, so to say. And I went to that page and just had a look at it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna join. So I signed up, and the next morning my request for joining the group was approved by the webpage admin. And she has like one of the things that Jenny Belly does on this webpage is like she provides a monthly challenge for art journals, and this is my piece for it. So finally come full circle. The monthly challenge was tell something about your passions or history, and try not to use too many words just describing you. So here's my piece. I saw the video that she did for the monthly challenge, and like 20 minutes later this piece was done. So proud of it, I have to say, like tap on my shoulder. So I went straight to my workstation, and I kind of like had an idea in my head on what I wanted to do. I wanted to definitely represent all of my, or the major of my passions there. And I was just by accident actually looking through my newspaper stash, because I wanted to have some words in the background that do not relate to my passions or my history, but just some words to give it kind of like a texture. And I found this newspaper page. It is actually from the Boston Globe newspaper that I used in a couple of art pieces. So this feuilleton, so to say, from the Boston Globe of February 2010 was just perfect. Alice, pretty much there's a double meaning to it. So I love the stories, I love the fairy tale, I love the author, and like the painting, the illustrator that did this piece of Alice. It's everything that is in these 2 or 3, maybe, if you want to be generous. It's in these 3 items that I really like. I love to paint, I love art, I love to write. So books, fiction, stories, fairy tales, all over it. And I love to read. And so the background pretty much goes into this part over here. I also love food or cooking. I love music because music is one thing that for sure gets me in the mood to produce art. I'm very, very, well, you can manipulate my mood with music easily. Like, it takes like 10 minutes and I'm all in the zone. And of course the little yellow meeple is for my board game passion. So this piece was done, like I said, in 20 minutes, and it was the first piece after years and years not using my pastel chalk supplies, going back to that. So the additional layer that you can't see here and that you just know from the story that I just told you is that I joined a brand new group. Never done that before. Met totally new people and produced the first piece for this challenge with my old supplies, like with the kind of paintings I did, let me think, like 10 years ago, even more than 10 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, something like that. So I think it's a nice additional invisible layer too. So when I had produced that, I thought, oh my gosh, like 12 years ago I did not paint with the shadows and the depths, like especially here, and with the highlights. I was still learning that particular thing back then. So I looked at this piece and I was surprised by myself, like what a good source of inspiration can really do for me, because I consider this one of the better pieces in this book. So I was really happy, inspired and motivated, and I worked on so many art things this week. I did not take my weekend off. So I worked even on Fridays and Saturdays just to produce art or to work on the admin stuff, like behind the scenes on my art stuff, happily. So I'm very happy that and grateful that I was inspired by people in the right time. So the last piece of this month's challenge, or this month's, see, my head's already ahead. The last piece of this month's journal is this thingy. So if you saw my taco clock vlog like 2 episodes ago, you know that we have a friend coming over this week visiting us, and he's from San Francisco. So the topic or the theme that I wanted to put on that page was for one, the Golden Gate Bridge and San Francisco, because I'd love to see that one day. My hubby did that earlier this year and he said, oh my gosh, it's really beautiful. And also, I find it strikingly cool that we can be at the opposite ends of the world and be friends and meet each other like once or twice a year and talk pretty much every week, every day, however much we want, because of modern technology and communication devices like the internet, like Skype, Facebook, all of these lovely tools that keep us away doing art, but really make it easy for us to communicate with our friends at the other end of the world. So these two stars represent, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but in the background there's actually 2 pages of my school geography book that I still have, because I also like geography. I'm a nerd there too. So I used 2 pages with like a world map on there and just very thinly put it into background with transparent white acrylics and put the pastel chalk on top, like over here and over here, all the bluish water, the yellowy sky, and just did the very thin details with the markers like these, like on top of the chalk. Everything is done with pastel chalk, but on top, like with the highlights here and with the strings of the bridge, I did use a marker to just make it more prominent. So in the background is the world, like the globe, and San Francisco is over here, and Dortmund, where I live now, is over here. So this little thingy, this little plane, I hope you can see it on camera, is the trip that we just have to make to see each other in person. And this is the distance that we can overcome every day by talking on the internet. I hope my neighbors mowing the lawn in the background is not too loud now on camera. Otherwise, excuse me. So yeah, that's that piece. That's what I did this week, and I kind of like it. Like the Alice piece with the pastel chalk so much that I tried, or that I used the same supplies again this time around, just having added this thin transparent acrylic white in the background just to put the heavily colored print of the globe into the background more. So I think I'm really happy with this piece. I like this rock over here a lot, and I just like how the red of the bridge pops out. So yeah, that's my art journal for this month. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see high resolution photos of all of these pages, just hop on over to my website www.pinselgeschichten.de. I also will link it in the description. And just check out the blog about that piece. So thanks a lot for watching. Take good care. I'm gonna see you in a month with another edition. And until then, take care, enjoy yourselves, and see you soon.